Ladies and gentlemen, we already have half of our roster for the final round of this tournament, and now it is time to fill out the other half. Welcome to day number 11 out of 12 for this custom mail-in tournament. Let's remind everyone who is participating today. We have Sneaky Bob, MDG, and Dusty Miles. Now, Dusty Miles is one of 3 undefeated racers in this tournament at this point, the others being Numbskull and Flip Gambino. So we'll see if they are able to move on and still hold on to that title. We have had other racers get very close, like track.This, who I will talk about in a moment, that almost was undefeated, but they went so fast at one point they flew off the track. For now though, Dusty Miles finishes with a 14.88. Currently, the fastest time we have is a 14.03, held by the aforementioned track.This. Now, it has actually come to my attention that track.This is actually the car representing Blue Line Racing, who is currently your reigning champion in these tournaments, who has actually won 2 or 3 back-to-back in recent memory. And given how well track.This has been performing, they are on track to possibly do it again. But they will have some other speed demons like Dusty Miles to contend with, who is currently in the lead yet again, followed closely by Sneaky Bob. MDG is trailing a little bit, so they have some work to do. And Dusty Miles finishes again in first, around the same time as they did in the first race. Now remember, in these semifinals, we only have 3 races in each group of 3 instead of 4. So Dusty Miles is already in a really good position, because the other thing as well is only one of the 3 will move on. So Dusty Miles is in a much better position than the other 2. They will have to pull off a miracle now. But Dusty Miles has not been making it easy. Once he gets that lead, no one has been able to take it from him. But Sneaky Bob is awfully close. So if he can keep good control, stay straight, and stay off the walls, he might have a shot if he's careful. But then he bounces off the walls alongside Dusty. It looked like he was closing the gap, but he just could not do it. So Dusty Miles is the first of the 3 contenders to be moving on today, and he will remain undefeated going into the final round. And now we have 2 more slots to fill. Let's see who will join Dusty. And in the second group we have Sugar Booty Racing, Puff and Flip Gambino. And again, Flip Gambino is another one of the 3 that has remained undefeated. So far, Numbskull and Dusty are the other 2, and they have already stamped their spot in the final round. It is now time to see if Flip Gambino can do the same. And so far, he is making it look easy, as the other 2 have quickly fallen way behind to the point where you can't even see them on the track. And Flip Gambino easily takes the first win, finishing even faster than Dusty Miles did at 14.49. Yeah, the other 2 are relatively close together, but right now, they need to finish in front of Flip in order to have any shot at progressing. And Flip is only 2 races away, so far still undefeated. And look at that, he just seems to get a much better start off of the gate, and sometimes that can make all the difference in these races. And usually right around here is where things get a bit more definitive, and considering how far ahead Flip Gambino is, it's looking pretty good for them. And they get into the straightaway with another first place win, with a 14.74 this time. And now there's only 1 race left for this group, and considering Flip Gambino has 10 points, and the closest one to him, which is Sugar Booty, has 6, he needs to win here. And Flip Gambino would need to not finish at all. So there's still technically a possibility, but the odds are very, very small. But seeing how they have less of a shot now, Sugar Booty is putting in a little bit more effort. But as we can see, it looks like it's still going to be a struggle as Flip Gambino heads for the finish line, gets the win, and he will be the one moving on. And it's almost weird to think that the fastest time is almost a full second faster than that. But that just shows how fast these racers have been getting as they get closer to the final round of the tournament. So far, no one has been able to break 14 seconds, but they've gotten awfully close. But for our final group of today, it is Hawk-Twa, Flamethrower, and Elbert Galarga. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I am not, but that does remind me, I have received word that I have been mispronouncing Essa Khan's name wrong, and it's actually Issa Khan. So to Issa Khan, I apologize. I will try to remember to pronounce your name correctly in the future. But Hawk-Twa shows why they are the ones holding on to the fastest time, and as I say that, they spin around and lose so much speed. And if Hawk-Twa wasn't already not undefeated, that could have taken away their title just now. Hawk-Twa is one of the fastest racers in this tournament right now. However, that has been shown to work against them every so often, but he is still going to get the win. Flamethrower was off by a hair at the very most. But look at how Hawk-Twa just launches themselves out of the gate. It's almost like the moment the race starts, they already have half a length ahead of the other contenders, and it just keeps growing more and more as they go forward. And they just make those turns look effortless. But here's where they usually struggle, is as they go down the hill. This time, however, that wasn't the case, and they got another incredibly fast time of 14.19. And you can see that he almost got to the finish line before the other two racers even got around that last turn back there. Now Hawk-Twa is one race away from progressing. Remember, they are not undefeated, but they got about as close as you can get without doing so. And here we go again. Hawk-Twa is gradually getting that lead yet again. It's like, I don't think, aside from the one time they flew off the track, no one has ever passed them even once. And that is no small feat to pull off, but they are doing it in spades, staying off the walls for the most part, and they finish with a 14.32. Not the fastest time we've ever seen, but they are the fastest vehicle we've seen today. So a valiant effort and a close call with Flamethrower, but Hawk-Twa is the next contender to be moving on, and now we have our roster for the Ultimate Finals. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you then.